what is it we fear and we don't look in? And how can we reduce or release this fear? Personally, and from what I have learned from my work all these years, I believe we are afraid to look in because we are afraid of our greatness. We are afraid of our capabilities. We are afraid of the fact that we can accomplish anything and everything. And one of the biggest reasons I have found whenever I ask a client to ask their higher self, why am I afraid of my greatness? The answer comes back because it requires responsibility. Responsibility for yourself. And because you do not want to take responsibility for yourself, you avoid your greatness. And this is the biggest reason we do not look in. This is the biggest reason it scares us. You see, playing the victim is easy. Easier than taking responsibility. The opposite of victim, by the way, is not victor. Victor as in victorious. The opposite of victim is God. And this is what we are afraid of. Our godhood. We do not want to see we are God. Because it requires responsibility. It requires us getting up and saying, you know what? I and I alone am responsible for everything that has ever happened to me. Once we say that, more soul comes in, more God comes in, and we begin the process of becoming a fully realized being. But there is a danger to this. There is a big risk. The risk that no one will love us. And that is what we fear even more than our greatness, even more than our godhood. And this is why we do not look in. So personally, I would recommend first you start loving you. Because as you start loving you, your need to be loved by others will diminish. And then you will not fear looking in. You will not fear seeing your greatness, seeing how capable you are. Now, and how can we reduce or release this fear? Yes, love you first. See, we always need to start small. You can't just jump into your greatness if you still have the need to be loved by others. to be loved by others. So let's start from there. Let's diminish that need to be loved by others simply by loving yourself, by loving ourselves, me too. And then we will have released one major blockage for looking in. Sometimes I say things on these little videos and in my seminars, and people think, okay, that's just way over the top, or there's no way I can even grasp this, it's way out there. So I'm going to say one more of those. We are at a time of our history where we are almost becoming gods. We are this close. Yes, I know, we still have billions and billions and billions of idiots around. However, the veil is coming down. And when the veil comes down, 50% of the idiots will die, and the other 50% will become gods. Simply because they're going to see who they are. We are at the verge of this now. I don't know if it's going to take 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. I have no idea. But it is happening. This is where we are going. But to get there, we will need to let go of everything we have been taught. Because everything we have been taught is based or was based on looking for things outside of us. This is why, or this is one of the main reasons, or one of the many reasons, we need to let go of everything we have been taught so far. Because nothing, absolutely nothing, no philosophy, no religion, nothing has told us to look in. Sometimes they touch the subject, but they never go in, meaning they never go into detail. So we might mention it in a conversation if we want to present ourselves as deep and meaningful individuals. But all our structures of society are based on looking out. Everything is out there. Go and get it. If we can understand this, we will stop giving, I'm going to use the word credence, I can't think of another word, to everything we have learned, and start learning new things. And 99% of these new things are not written in books. Sometimes a book can tell you, hey, look this way. But that's about it. Because, you see, every God is different. This is why none of these things can ever be written in books. Because for every one of us, no, let me rephrase this. Every one of us will see something different when we look in. No two people are going to see the same thing. Yes, let's see if there's something else on this. Sometimes I deviate from the question. It just happens. I cannot change this. I don't think I have anything else. But I know that in almost every video I will mention the phrase, look in. And I'm glad somebody asked, because yes, I've never really explained why we don't look in. I'm sorry. So look in, look in, look in. This is all I can say. Even if you don't know exactly what it means, keep telling the universe, I am now ready to look in. And just leave it.